श्यामलावर्तालिबाला समेत श्रीललिताम्बिकायै नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। देशकालापरिच्छिन्ना सर्वगा सर्वमोहिनी सरस्वती शास्त्रमयी गुहाम्बा गुह्यरूपिणी। Deshakala aparichina. Desha is space, kala is time, aparichina is unlimited. So she is not limited by space and time. So who is limited by space and time? Upadhi. Upadhi are limited by space and time. So we and everything that we see around are limited by space and time. So we can't be there in all spaces at all times, but she is not limited by that space and time because she is in the form of Chaitanya or Atma within all of us. So that's the meaning of the Anantatvam, or the infiniteness of the Devi Lalita here. Desha Kala Aparichinna. The next name is Sarvaga. Essentially, the next name essentially complements this name. Deshakala Aparichinna Sarvaga. Sarvaga is omnipresent. Why is she omnipresent? Because she is not limited to one particular upadhi. So she is inseparable and she is present in everything. So there isn't any space or time where she is not there. Right? There isn't any space, so you can't go to a place where she's not there, and there isn't any time where you can secretly do your papas without her knowledge. So that's the feeling you should get here, that every moment of your life she is there in all spaces and times, witnessing what you're doing. If you have that knowledge, and every time, then she will, if you inculcate that thought within your mind, then every time you will have her as the backup there to help with your decision making. Sarvaga. Desha sadhana. Desha is sadhana. So you got 51 Shakti Pitas, which are the Punya Kshetras, right? Kala is from Pratipada to Amavasya, and this is essentially Desha Kala Aparichinna is also, then if she is there in every space and time, then why should we go to a Shakti Pita, or why should we do puja in an auspicious time, one may ask. I think the Desha Kala is, there are some Punya Kshetras and Punya Kalas that have been identified by our great ancestors and rishis, which would help in speeding up the process of Chitta Shuddhi, removal of the karma mala within us, which is why we need to go to these Punya Kshetras such as the Shakti Pitas, or in temples, or within your house it will be a puja room. For Kala, you have Pratipada to Amavasya. So there are methods for each Tithi. And then you have Vishesha Kalas like Ashtami, Navami, Chaturdasi, Purnima, Amavasya. Then you have Navaratris. Then you have Sankramana Kalas. Then you have Shukravara Puja. So these are all special tithis that have been identified which are ideal for the Lalita Upasana. So the idea is to use the Punya Kala and Punya Desha initially, then reach a state where one realizes that she is there in all the Deshas and the Kalas. That's the objective. Sarva Mohini. I think we have talked about Maya many times. Moha is what? Maya. So Sarva Mohini is essentially that Maya will ensure that we don't realize that she is Sarvaga and she is omnipresent. So Sarva Mohini. why I talked about Maya when I talked about Mahamaya. The reason we need Maya here is we are not ready yet to realize who she is and the fact that she is Deshakala Parichinna Sarvaga. So when the time arrives, she will remove the Maya or the veil of Maya so that we can realize that she is Sarvaga. So within the Sri Chakra, you got the Nava Avaranas, where the Lalitambika is with Kameshwara in the Bindu, and the outermost Avarana or Chakra is the Trailokya Mohana Chakra. Triloka is what? The Swarga, Martya and Patala Loka. Mohana means Mohana is essentially the Maya here. So when you, for the Upasaka who does the Sri Chakra or Lalita Upasana, the Trailokya Mohana Chakra alone is enough to fulfill all the desires. So even an Indra and Dikpalakas are content at the Trailokya Mohana Chakra level. Because if you look at all the Shaktis in the Trailokya Mohana Chakra, like Anima Siddhe, Lagima Siddhe, Mahima Siddhe, Ishitva Siddhe, all these Shaktis that are there in the first Avarana, the outermost Avarana, they can fulfill all the material desires that we may have. So that is essentially a test actually, because you want to go to the 9th Avarana, which is the Bindu, where Lalitambika is. But if your Mohini, Sarva Mohini is giving you all the desires, which is essentially testing you how deeply attached you are to the materialistic things. So all the padarthas, right? What is object? Padartha. The Mohini will provide you in the first Avarana itself. Therefore, what happens is when you reach the first chakra, Trailokya Mohana Chakra, the Mohini Devi will give you all the materialistic luxurious comforts as a test to a point where you actually forget asking her as the gift. Bhaktanidhi, remember she is Bhaktanidhi. Bhaktanidhi means the only treasure you need to have is Lalita, because once you get her as the gift treasure, then everything will follow with her. And that test is the Sarva Mohini Shakti will do that test in the first chakra. So the truly Jivan Muktas, or the ones who are interested in Shiva Gnana and Brahma Vidya, will not fall to all the fantasies of the first chakra. They will actually relinquish all the material boons that will be offered there, and actually move into the second, third, fourth, and eventually reach the Bindu in the 9th chakra. I wish you all the best. Deshakala Parichinna Sarvaga Sarva Mohini Saraswati, most common name. Everybody is familiar with goddess of knowledge. She is the goddess of knowledge. Gayatri Saraswati is Gayatri, Savitri, Saraswati is the different forms of Shakti that is worshipped within the Surya Mandala during different times of the day. Saraswati, the common misnomer is that she only gives knowledge, but actually she is one of the Lakshmis. right? Siddha Lakshmi, Moksha Lakshmi, Jaya Lakshmi, Saraswati, Shri Lakshmi, Varalakshmischa, Prasanno Bhava Mama Sarvada. So Saraswati is Vidya Lakshmi, Gnana Lakshmi. So she is not different. Don't separate her from Lakshmi. She is a Lakshmi. Without knowledge, you don't get wealth. And even if you get wealth, how you keep it is dependent upon the knowledge and intellect. Saraswati. Saras is what? Flowing. So flowing here is what is flowing within us. Prana Shakti is flowing within all the nadis, right? When we talked about the name Hamsini, I mentioned that Hamsini is essentially the Devi sitting on the swan with two wings. The two wings being the inhalation and exhalation of the prana. So Saraswati is Prana Shakti. Saraswati is the sun rays that is flowing out of the Surya Mandala, which permeates the solar system or whatever system, and is the chief nourisher. And then knowledge transfer from the Guru to Shishya. So all this is Saraswati. Saraswati. So Gnana Sampada Pradayini. Right? So she is not just Gnana Pradayini, she is Gnana Sampada Pradayini. Sampada is wealth is a common meaning. If you actually split it up, Sampada. Pada is path, Sam is good path. Right? Sampada. Saraswati Shastramayi. So this name Shastramayi links with Saraswati there. She is in the form of Shastras. So the proof of Parabrahma is in the Shastras or the scriptures. And because the Shastras were transferred from Guru to Shishya in the oral tradition form in old days, there wasn't a lipi, and then eventually it ended up in the Devanagari, Sanskrit lipi. Over thousands of years, it has got corrupted through, because the authors kept changing. It has got corrupted to a point where it's very difficult. So Shastra Mayi, she is in that form of Shastra. The other meaning is Guru Vakyam. So Guru Vakyam itself is Shastra, right? The words of Guru or the instructions of Guru itself is Shastra. Of course, you need to define who that Guru is. You need to make sure he is the right Guru, not follow the Pakandas and the Pashandas in the Kali Yuga, right? Samrita Shesha Pashanda. May she protect us from all the Pakandas and the Pashandas who are walking around in Kali Yuga as Gurus. So don't follow the Gurus who are Pakandas. I'm talking of the true Gurus and their Vakyam. Atmanishchayam. Atmanishchayam is thought that comes to your mind, right? We all have got something called as conscience, right? So when you are in a difficult situation, listen to your conscience. Go inwards for the answer. So Shastramayi is one is scripture, one is Guru Vakyam, the other is Atmanishchayam or your conscience within you. Whatever that says is the Shastra or the rule, so to speak. Right? So in Atmanishchayam, Saraswati will motivate and generate good thoughts within your mind. So in Satpurushas, very difficult to find them. Satpurushas are those who are Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara. So those who speak truth and walk the path of Dharma, for them if they get any doubt, sandeham, they antaspurana is thoughts within this Satpurusha will always be compliant with the Shastra by Divine Devi's grace. So if you go to a Satpurusha, or if you actually become a Satpurusha by Divine Devi's grace, when you do the meditation, whatever doubts that you may have about a Dharma Sankata situation, she would come and clear it, those. So this is essentially Satpurusha, Antaspurana. That is Shastra there actually. Because for the biggest problem in Kali Yuga is trying to work out what is right, what is wrong, right? In a given particular Dharma Sankata situation, what is right, what is wrong, that's very difficult to work out. And often we rely on the conscience within us to help us out. Shastramayi. So the different Shastras came from different parts of the Virata Rupa of Devi Lalita. So from breath came Vedas, from ego came mantras, from sweet words came poetry, from tongue came Saraswati, from chin came Veda, 6 supplements of Veda, from throat came Mimamsa Shastra, Nyaya Shastra, Purana, Dharma Shastra, from middle of the throat came Ayurveda, medicine and archery Shastra, and from bottom of the throat came the 64 sciences, right? And then the rest of the limbs gave the tantras. So the different Shastras mentioned in this list came from the different parts of the Virata Rupa form of Lalitambika. So she is Shastra Mahi. Guhamba. These names indicate so many things. Saraswati Shastramayi Guhamba. So the Guhamba has been placed in this sequence. Who is Guha? Guha is Subramanya, Kartikeya, Kumara, right? And she is the mother of Guha or Subramanya. Subramanya is also a god of knowledge, because he gives the Pranava Upadesha to Chaturmukha Brahma and Shiva, right? Subramanya. So he is Gnana Swarupa. If you go to Tamil Nadu, you get that Gnana Vel. In the Palani Kshetra, Subramanya is called Gnana Dandaidapani. Gnana Dandaidapani. So he is the embodiment of knowledge. So if we know Pranava, if we can give Pranava Upadesha to Chaturmukha Brahma and Shiva, so all knowledge, the reservoir is Subramanya. In fact, in Subramanya's Ashtotra, you will get Maha Saraswataya Namaha is one of the names. So that is why he is coming in that sequence. Saraswati Shastramayi Guhamba. Why is that? It's because he is Shiva Shakti Eka Rupam, right? Shiva Shakti Eka Rupam. He is Deva Senapati. He is got Gnana Shakti Ayuda, right? So of all the gurus, you have Bala Subramanya, you got Ayagriva, you got Ganapati, Dakshinamurti, Saraswati. These are all Guru Swarupas. And if you can give Pranava Upadesha to Brahma and Shiva, essentially is Brahma Vidya Pradayaka. The Guhamba here is essentially Brahma Vidya Pradayini. And the other meaning is Guha is, as I said, is cave, the heart lotus. So Guhamba is also another meaning for another name of Skanda Amba. Skanda is another name for Kartikeya, Skandamba or Guhamba. So there are 9 Shaktis called Skanda, Revati, Putana, who look after the children until they are aged 14 years. They look after the children. So in those houses where Deva Karyas and Pitru Karyas are not done, the Guhamba or Skandambas become Pidakarakas for those children. So the first 14 years life of children, it's extremely important to do the Aradhana of Subramanya. Children up to 14 years, Subramanya protects kids. After 14 years, till old age, the Matrika Grahas are responsible for giving the fruits. So Shiva Aradhana after 14 years until old age protects from the Graha or the Pidakas. Guhya Rupini. Guhya is what? Guhya name has already come, secret. So she is in the heart lotus as Hridaya, the Hridaya Guha as Atma Rupini. She is Vedanta Rupini as Shastramayi. She is Guru Rupini. And essentially she is Guhya is secret. So Deshakala Aparichinna Sarvaga Sarvamohini Saraswati Shastramahi Guhamba Guhya Rupini. Shri Gurubhyo Namah.